Change number one is that Instagram CEO has literally come out and said that they're going to start giving more views to small accounts because in the past, small accounts have largely been ignored on Instagram. But what he's really talking about here is a massive algorithm shift that's going on because now it doesn't really matter how many followers you have on Instagram. Of course, if you have more followers, you're going to get a higher base level of views, but that doesn't guarantee that all of your followers are going to be able to see your content. I know what you're thinking right now. Well, Rob, what do followers actually mean then? Well, all followers mean is that the baseline of number of views that you're going to get is going to be higher. For example, if two accounts uploaded a really bad video, one of the accounts had 0 followers and one of the accounts had 5,000 followers, the account with 5,000 followers would ultimately end up getting more reach because more of their followers would see their content. But that account with 0 followers wouldn't get that much reach. But if that account with 0 followers actually uploaded a good video and implemented the 3 other changes that I'm going to share with you in this video, they're actually eligible to get 1,000 views, to get 10,000 views, even to get 10 million views, because it doesn't really matter how many followers you have anymore as it compares to how many people are actually interested in the topic you're talking about. Because if people aren't interested in the topic you're talking about, well, you're probably not going to get reach. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you're making content for the 2 different types of placements, well, really 3 different types of placements that you could show up on Instagram. And to best explain this to you, I actually wanted to show you this on a desktop. So if you're on the home page on Instagram, several different things are going to show up. A lot of follower posts are going to show up. For example, right here, you're going to see threads show up. I also follow this individual again. Now I follow this individual again. I follow this individual. And as you're seeing, what we're seeing are a lot of photos. So if you create single photos or you create reels, these are where these are going to show up. And I actually don't follow this account. This is suggested for me, but what you'll notice that what is suggested for me is a reel. So the more reels you create, the more suggested views or non-follower reach you're going to get on the homepage. And if I keep scrolling down, again, this is going to be an ad. If I keep scrolling, I follow Ronnie. Again, suggested for me, another reel. So if you want to get reach on the homepage from people that don't follow you, you shouldn't be posting photos. Those photos are more likely than not only going to get shown to your followers. Now, if we come down to the Reels feed, obviously this is only going to show us Reels. We're going to see nothing else in here besides different Reels that show up once this decides that it starts to load, and you're just going to see reel after reel after reel after reel after reel. But there is one more placement that a lot of people forget about, which is going to be the Explore feed. And I think this might be the most important placement on Instagram. So if we look at this, you're going to notice something. If we look at these first 5 things that show up here, we have a reel here, we have a carousel, and a photo. Now, if I click on this carousel, you're going to notice something. This says this, but then if we click, it's going to be something else. Now, typically, that would be a video. So again, if we click here, we're then going to see this, and then we're then going to see this. Right here is the call to action. So if you're doing a 3-slide carousel, it should be a hook, it should be the story, and then it should be a call to action. But what we're really looking for is something like right here. 7 ChatGPT, again, a hook, we have a story, a story, a story, a story, 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 and then we have the call to action at the end. But if we keep scrolling down, what we're really looking for is something like this. If we see this, this is a meme or an infographic, and then when we go right, what we're going to see is a video, and then this is going to be the sound actually playing on the music, but I'm not going to show that for copyright reasons. Or if we look at this, man goes viral after revealing how much he became a millionaire from reselling products on Walmart. And then if we click to the right, what are we going to see? We're going to see a video of this individual. Again, I'm not going to play this for copyright reasons, but what you see here is that several different types of content on Instagram show up in several different places. So if you're not creating all those types of content, you're not going to get the reach that you want. On top of that, you need to make sure that you're leveraging Instagram's new AI search because it completely changed how search works. And now you have an AI bot within Instagram that you can prompt to help you grow quicker on Instagram. But before I share with you 3 different prompts that you need to be using for that, I need to make sure that you are not saying link in bio in your post. Guys, it's 2024. You shouldn't be doing this anymore. You should already know that if you say link in bio, you're getting 50 to 70% less reach. So not only is your engagement going down on Instagram, but also the amount of money that you're going to be eligible to make goes down on Instagram. But there is a sneaky way for you to be able to get around this, and that's going to be by using today's video sponsor, ManyChat, which allows you to do comment to DM automation. If you've ever seen a big creator on Instagram say something like comment the word blah 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 below and I'll send you the link to my pants, or I'll send you a free lead magnet, or I'll send you a link to this, or I'll send you a link to that, what they're doing is they're doing this comment to DM automation. And you could do the same exact thing with ManyChat. In fact, if you go to the pinned comment below, you could register for ManyChat for free, or you could get 30 days free access to a ManyChat Pro account, which is going to allow you to increase the engagement you're getting on Instagram and make more money from Instagram. Because here's how ManyChat works. You're going to be able to set up that comment to DM automation, so you're going to get more comments on your post, which Instagram sees as more engagement. In fact, the average person using ManyChat sees a 5x increase in the amount of engagement that they get. So not only is this going to increase the amount of views that you get, but also it's going to help you increase your leads if you're sending them a lead magnet. It's going to help you increase your sales if you're sending them straight to a product page. And ultimately, ManyChat is going to help you get exactly what you want out of Instagram. You're going to get more engagement, you're going to get closer with your audience, and you're going to be able to monetize that audience in a better way. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below, register for ManyChat for free today, or like I said, get 30 days free access to ManyChat Pro, which is going to help you increase the money you're making and the amount of views you're getting on Instagram. And I almost forgot to mention this, but the best part about ManyChat, it is a Meta approved app, so you don't have to worry about linking your Instagram account to it. But now let's get into those 3 prompts that you could use today to increase the effectiveness of Instagram's new search. The first prompt, I want you to say, I am in the XYZ niche and I create content about XYZ. What are 7 to 8 different search terms that my ideal viewer is going to be searching for? And then what you could do, take those search terms, use those as keywords for you to be able to create content from them. Second prompt is show me reels on topic that have been uploaded in the last time period that have gotten criteria. Essentially what you could do here is you could tell it to show you videos about fitness from the last 7 days that have gotten over 1 million views or gotten over 100,000 views, and you could get more and more specific and tell the AI exactly what you want that content to look like, and boom, it's gonna show you trending content that hits that criteria so you have more inspiration, or you know exactly what types of formats Instagram is actually pushing out for your niche. And the third prompt is going to be asking AI to write out a description for you or to help you improve the call to action that you have on your content. And what you could do with this essentially is you could either 1, just prompt it from scratch, or 2, you could go ahead and copy one of your competitors' descriptions or give it to the AI and say, I want you to make a description like this in this format, but do it for this topic. And what this is going to do is skyrocket the amount of engagement that you're getting. Because if you're not writing a long enough or a good enough description on Instagram, 2 things are happening. First and foremost, you're missing a bunch of different people actually interacting with your content. Because if you go and look at how people interact with Instagram, a lot of times they don't have the sound on because they're busy doing something in real life. So what they're actually doing is reading the description. So if your description is easy to read and you have a very entertaining description, it's going to increase the amount of engagement that you get, and it's also going to skyrocket the amount of views and the amount of followers that you get. Now, before I get into the last and most important change that you need to be making with this latest Instagram algorithm as it applies to your stories, I want to make sure that you're also using hashtags correctly on Instagram. Instagram has come out and not only said some new things about hashtags, but they've also completely changed how hashtag searches work on Instagram. So now, here's what you need to be focused on. When it comes to the hashtags that you're using, more is going to be less, because the less Instagram hashtags you use, the more easily Instagram can actually look at those hashtags and be able to determine who they should actually be showing your content to. Because if you're using 20 hashtags or 15 hashtags, guess what ends up happening? You just end up confusing Instagram and they're not actually able to use those hashtags that effectively. So right now, I would be sticking to using ideally less than 5 hashtags. Of course, you can test more hashtags sometimes, but I wouldn't do that in every single post because you're gonna miss out on Instagram's ability to really be able to hone in, look at those hashtags and see who you're actually trying to reach. And when it comes to hashtag searches changing, now you can again go to their AI feature and ask them, what hashtags should I be using for this post? And then from there, if you click into those hashtags, you're gonna be able to see several different things. You're gonna be able to see the accounts that show under there, the sounds that show under there, the posts that show under there, the places that show under there, and even the reels that show under there. And guess what? If your content doesn't look like the content that's showing under all those things, or the creators that are showing under all those things, it's probably the reason you're not getting the reach that you want to on Instagram right now. Or you might be uploading to your stories way too much. In fact, Instagram has come out and said less is more when it comes to stories right now. You should be posting 1 to 3 times a day on stories, and what this is going to allow you to do is reach more people. Back in the day, posting more on Instagram stories was more beneficial, but it's not like that anymore. And if you're still struggling to grow on Instagram right now, it's probably because You don't know what time to post. You don't know what you should be posting, or you're just creating the wrong content or not editing your content correctly. And I personally want to help you with that. If you want to learn how I can help you even further, like how I helped this creator gain over 70,000 followers, and this creator over 550,000 followers, well, please watch this video right here where I explain exactly how I can help you grow quicker on Instagram, guaranteed.